Welcome to the Linguistics Show, where we talk about life, love, and everything else. There's always something to talk about with this couple, so you never know what may come out of their mouth.
So, it was the night before Christmas. All through the house. I don't know the rest of the nursery rhyme, but me and Carol are finna have an episode for y'all. We love the Christmas season. We love the holiday season. We love to see family and celebrate with our family and friends. And so we thought it would be a good look to just bless y'all with a little holiday extra bonus episode. Just wow, here you go. So we're going to talk about some of our favorite stuff and why the holiday season is so much fun. Like starting with like Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's. Really, from my perspective, Thanksgiving all the way through the Super Bowl is the holiday season.
Well, that's usually the first Sunday of February, so the holiday's already over, but okay.
I mean, everybody celebrates their own holidays. You know, we're not talking necessarily Christmas. I mean, there's, in that same time frame, there's Kwanzaa, there's Hanukkah. There's lots of different holidays throughout that same time frame. So I think that more than anything, I just like to, spend time with family and friends and that sort of thing. So one of the things that we talked about the other day when we had family over was about our favorite Christmas movies and how some of the movies that we thought were like our favorite Christmas movies. Now you get a little bit older, a little bit more mature. It's not really your favorite movies no more, or maybe you don't even really like holiday movies like that. So your favorite holiday movies are the contrarian holiday movies, like Die Hard,
those movies. That's
like Die Hard. Like it's a movie that takes place during Christmas. It's not necessarily a movie about Christmas. So
those movies don't count to me. It needs to actually have family bonding. It needs to have unity and love. Like you can have a plot twist, but it needs to end in family unity and love to actually show Christmas spirit. That's just my take.
So what about, Bad Santa didn't end in no unity or love, but Bad Santa was a Christmas movie.
Well, yeah, because it has a Santa in it, but it's not on my list.
Well,
with Billy Bob Thornton talking about you ain't gonna
and Mr. Parker.
Oh, the little short guy.
Little Mr. Parker. So, anyhow, we're not going to necessarily have like top 5 lists and nothing like that. But I'll kick this one off since we're talking about movies and
kick it off.
Mention one of my favorite holiday movies. And I know that this is generic, and a lot of people like to say this, but one of my favorite holiday movies is The Christmas Story. A Christmas Story. If you don't like Ralphie and his little bro, he can't put his arms down, and Ralphie's gonna shoot his eye out with the BB gun, and the bullies, and he fights back and beats the bully, and he has to write his essay to get get a grade, and he doesn't do well. Like, you don't like this.
He's probably like 70 by now.
I mean, probably, but
maybe
the point
he's dead. Is he even alive?
I mean, it's set in the 40s, babe. That's at this point, you're right. He might be passed away. Ralphie might be gone by now. But they did have a sequel to the movie. I haven't watched the sequel yet. I owe myself that this year to watch the sequel to The Christmas Story, and not the sequel that came out years ago, like the newer sequel that just came out where Ralphie's like an adult. So they actually had a sequel where Ralphie was like a teenager, and his dream, instead of getting the BB gun, was to get a car. So I never watched that one. And so maybe this year will be the year I watch all the Christmas Story movies. And I'll probably be watching them by myself because I know everybody is really not into that.
I never even seen that movie until I met you. I heard it before, but
y'all weren't allowed to watch that.
Yeah. And I was getting to that point that I wasn't allowed to watch. Let me rephrase it. Not that I wasn't allowed.
Mm-hmm.
It was not supported by one of my parents to watch movies that did not have mainly all black casts. So I missed out on a whole lot of movies, but that one I am good. I mean, I've seen it a few times with you, and I'm good. I don't need to see it anymore.
So what's a Christmas movie that you always want to see every year? What's a holiday movie that you want to see every year?
Well, without a doubt,
Is it starring a young?
Well,
Is it starring that boy from Tappahannock?
Yeah,
Is it?
without a doubt, this Christmas, because that is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. I can watch it in December, watch it in March, watch it in August. I do not care. I can watch it anytime. So that to me is it's not even to me because this is my opinion. So that's my all-time favorite Christmas movie. But after that, I have to think about, I have to really think hard about I got one. Soul Food. But I don't think it was.
Was Soul Food Christmas or was Soul Food? Soul Food wasn't Thanksgiving.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I feel like Soul Food was Christmas.
We're gonna say it was.
Well, I definitely can't argue with this Christmas. That's a great movie. It actually is a really, really good movie. And not only is it a heartfelt drama, but it's a funny movie.
Yeah.
It's a coming of age movie for Chris Brown's character. So it's a pretty good movie. Another one that I like to always bring up. So I always bring up Christmas Story because it's nostalgia. It's something that we used to do when we were kids. We would just stay up and watch Christmas Story over and over and over again because they had the marathon. And we would watch Christmas Story because it's funny, right? So one of the holiday movies I remember growing up that I used to actually really like, and every time it came on, I made it a point to watch, was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Now that's one again that I heard of growing up, but I never had seen till I was an adult.
It was so funny, so funny, and so that was like, and I'm gonna break this down instead of saying like my top fives or whatever. This was something that was like in my teenage era. Because, that movie had just that little bit of nudity. It had some curse words in there, here and there. And so it was like, oh, I'm watching something different.
He's being risky.
He's
risky. Pushing the boundaries. He's living on the edge.
This is almost rated R out here, man. They got jokes with curse words and all that, right?
That probably was rated R back in the 80s.
Right, no lie. And so, I think about like when I was much, much smaller, and the Christmas movie that I would think about, well, not necessarily. So yeah, like again, that was a good example of one that when I was younger. And so when I was much, much younger, it was obviously that Disney's Christmas Carol with like Ebenezer Scrooge and like Mickey Mouse was.
Well, if you're talking about the movies like from your childhood, then I do have other movies because I was thinking of like me being an adult. So,
well, I mean, that's still one of
Charlie Brown Christmas is a good one.
Yeah, but I still want to watch the old school Disney's Christmas Carol, like the Walt Disney's Christmas Carol with Mickey Mouse and the little baby Mickey Mouse's Tiny Tim. Like I still be wanting to watch that. Like it's a good adaptation of the story, is what I'm saying. But I think that over the years, like another one that was always fun for me when I was younger was Home Alone.
Okay.
Home Alone's fun.
One.
First time you watch the first Home Alone.
Now that's the first movie that I remember being able to watch that did not have a majority black cast. And we saw it in the theater because I'm pretty sure
you saw it in the theater. That's interesting.
So I'm pretty sure that was my dad's idea because he is more open when it comes to
that sort of thing,
actors and diversity in movies and TV shows.
Now, over the years, what I think that I've finally grown to be what my favorite Christmas movie is, because you told us what yours favorite was. I think that my favorite now, because this has changed over the years, my favorite is definitely Friday After Next.
Oh, we talked. Okay, this is your opinion.
Friday After Next.
Everyone has their own thoughts.
Favorite Christmas movie. It has everything that I want in a Christmas movie. It's funny. It's got a cast that I can relate to.
Okay.
It has holiday cheer. It has family bonding and the meaning of Christmas and everything in the movie. It does.
I know you told me this
does.
a few times
It
already in
does.
December, and I'm like, okay, each time.
Just because it's one of those Ice Cube movies and it's silly and it's got all the funny stuff that goes on in those movies doesn't make it not a Christmas movie. And the thing at the end when everybody except the landlord is the only person, who's not, enjoying and having fun at the party. That's because she was negativity the whole Christmas season. Even the feds, who weren't necessarily like evil characters, they just weren't doing their jobs.
Right.
They were at the party hanging out and having fun. So like at the end, that's why I was saying that's why I really liked that movie. It was a fun movie. I thought that all of the characters in it are hilarious, and then finally, more than anything else, it is a Christmas movie.
I'm
not
not
only
doubting
does it
you.
take,
This
not
is your
only
own
is it,
opinion.
not only does
I'm
it,
not doubting you.
not only is it set in Christmas, during Christmas.
Yes.
But it is a Christmas movie. Fa la 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 la. It is a Christmas movie. So there. And so, I mean, like we talk about movies, we talk about music and favorite memories during the holidays. It's something that me and Carol kind of do a lot. We sit back, drink a little wine by our fireplace, and we talk about
if the
our
fireplace wants to work,
right when
so
it wants
finicky.
to work for us. And we sit and we talk about different things. So another one of those that we've talked about that during the holiday season is kind of our favorites is our favorite Christmas music. And I know my wife actually has a playlist of Christmas music.
Why you gotta tell my business on when I'm gonna talk about my list? Do you have a list too?
It's not committed to memory or anything.
YouTube playlist is what I'm asking. So
I only got like 3-4 Christmas songs before I'm like annoyed, and I'm like, that's kind of one of the side effects of working in retail for years. And I'm glad I'm out of that now. But working in retail for years, one of the side effects was, you start to hear the Christmas music, it just becomes tedious.
You probably hear it starting
repetitive.
October 31st.
It's
on
tedious.
Halloween, you start hearing holiday music.
It's just kind of tedious and repetitive, and it's just a reminder that you're going to be at work this whole time instead of spending time with your family, which is what all the Christmas music be about the whole time. You know what I mean?
Well, I have so many wonderful Christmas songs, and just too many to actually name. So, give me a number 1 through 5.
What? A number 1 through 5?
Just
3.
Okay, so I will give you my 3 favorite Christmas songs.
Okay, go.
And so these are actually a mix of older and newer. And 3 is going to be so limiting.
I know.
But definitely Kelly Clarkson.
That joint cranks.
Underneath the Tree. That
joint cranks.
Yeah, so that one.
You know a song's good when it don't build up to the song, it just starts.
It just bam.
It's like, dang, okay, we going. And yeah, that one does rock. I'll give her that. Like, yeah, so. It took us a long time to figure out who that was that sung that song,
right?
Because it was from like the Target commercial or whatever when we heard it. It was just like, right? We couldn't remember why we like. It was like, young. I know this is a great song. We got to figure out who sings this. And it was like an actual mission for me and Carol at one point to figure out. Okay, we're gonna figure out who sings this song.
Which leads me to my next favorite song, Sia from the Target commercial.
Right.
Santa's coming for us. Or Santa's coming for you. And yeah.
Santa's coming for you?
For us, yeah.
Santa's
that one.
Coming for us?
Yeah, so that is my next one. And I'm going to just do one that is all-encompassing because that way I can get more than 3, but yet still say 3. The Motown Christmas album.
We're going to say the whole album?
The whole album.
The whole album?
Minus like 1 song on there.
Oh my God.
So that's my 3.
Minus 1 song on there, the whole album.
Whole album.
So then, dang.
So it's like that's 10 songs.
Right, that's fair. That's fair. That's one way to do it. So I always am a fan of Christmas Time at Hollis.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
that's a
I'm
good one.
always a fan
It's
of
on my
that.
list, as you already
I'm
know,
always a
on my
fan of that
playlist.
joint. That every time it's just it's like, and Run DMC gets annoying, like their old style like flow or whatever, but it's always when that time of year comes, it's fun. Um, of course, I've got to go with the Temptations. Because
How's it go?
as soon as I hear in my mind, it's oh my goodness, and then the song lasts for like 20 minutes, and it's just so good. It's so good.
It's so nostalgic.
It really is nostalgic. It's so good. I'm a big fan of Chuck Brown, "Merry Christmas, Baby." I'm a
Okay.
big fan of that. That one kind of slaps. That's for sure. There's so many Christmas songs that I do like that I couldn't even give you. I mean, I'd have like 7 or 8. Like I don't have a whole playlist like you, but I do
Because
have
it's
so
my
many.
Christmas playlist
So
for things around the house during December. But speaking of Chuck Brown, because I'm gonna give y'all my other few favorite Christmas songs. So my go go Christmas
oh, the Go Go
list.
Christmas list, yes.
So Hucklebucks, Silver Bells, because even though it was an old song, I still like that one. And then I think it came out maybe last year or the year before. It's by Sirius Company, which I know had different names before. I don't know who they were before. Who were they before?
This is guys from a bunch of different bands.
Yeah, all combined. And yep, so I forgot what the song's called right now, but I do have it on my list. Y'all hear that? He's pouring some more for him and me. You hear that?
You want some?
Sure.
Well, you want red or white?
White. Well, thank you. So we did our favorite, well, some of our favorite movies, favorite songs for Christmas time. So what is one of your favorite Christmas season memories?
It was so cold. It was so cold, but it was a great time. And it resulted in an iconic photo and some really cool wall art for our house. And that was our journey to Nat's Park for
Oh, that
the
that
holiday
was fun.
extravaganza, where they had the Christmas lights set up in in center field, and ice skating. We actually did an ice skate, which is probably for the best, because nobody wanted to
That
go to the
line was
hospital.
long,
Nobody
and it
wanted to
was
go to
cold too. No, thank you.
Yeah, nobody wanted to go to the
Mm-mm.
hospital, so it was probably for the best that we did not skate. But we did do all the little mazes. We got to see some lights, a lot of really cool pictures. One of them is an iconic photo where Ashley, who's our little photogenic cutie, was just in her little pose, just the beginning of her, like, I thought
And the
deuces.
angle of that shot was an amazing
Right,
angle.
yeah, the lady who took that shot for us was dope. She really, and that wasn't even like a professional photo or nothing. That was a stranger.
Yep.
That was a stranger who just walked by, and she ducked down, knelt down or whatever, to get a really good. It was a dope shot. I remember Ashley had her little hot chocolate or whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she just looking
Her
grown. Like,
little head to the side with her little dimples. Yeah.
so yeah, that was a really fun holiday memory for me. That was a fun night. We had a lot of fun that night. Like, we had our hot chocolate. I remember me and you had our little spiked apple ciders
Oh yeah, I forgot about
with
that.
with Fireball in it. That was tasty. And then they had their little Santa's workshop, which was a bunch of vendors who had different stuff, and we bumped into that one vendor who had the various art. And so, like, we got
Oh yeah,
we got a lot of really cool
we
pieces
did get
that
that
night.
there.
We got a couple pieces that night, I
Right.
thought. And so we got the one piece that was like the verbal. It was like DC in a pictogram
Yeah,
or whatever.
gentrification.
The
The
gentrification pictogram.
gentrification map.
That was a cool piece. So yeah, like I that was a fun night. I really thought that was a fun night. Although it was, excuse me, very cold. Very, very cold. And I was severely underdressed, like I always am, for the cold. I'm just not built for this.
You gotta wear a coat.
Right. You're right. You're right
Not a
about that.
vest, and then you'll be built for it.
Mm.
But one of
I
my
might not be built for it, but I've at least been prepared. Goddamn.
yeah, you can't
But
be
you're
wearing
right.
a
You're
vest.
right.
But okay, one of my favorite Christmas, I almost said movies, Christmas
Oh.
memories is our Christmas parties.
Mm-hmm.
And
So one of your favorite memories is multiple memories.
it's
Love it. I love it.
it's over a period of years,
Right.
because the whole party concept started out one way several like over a decade ago, and then it evolved into something big, and then COVID happened, and then we had to scale down, and then we'll get back to those memories. But I definitely do enjoy just seeing the kids and their friends and family and just folks having a good time with music and gingerbread contests and all that kind of stuff.
Although you said you scaled it back, I'm trying to remember if
Well,
it was
because of
2020. No,
COVID.
I remember, but I'm trying to remember if it was 2020 or if it was 21. Because if it was 2020, no, I mean, excuse me, was it 19? It wasn't 19 because at that point we had just moved here and we didn't really know a lot of people yet. I think it was 2020 was when we had a Christmas party, and it was a lot of people here. It was like when we had the ugly sweater party. Was that 2019 or was that
That was
2020?
2019.
That was 2019 when we had the ugly sweater party.
Yeah.
Okay, because that joint was lit. That was their
Well, because
first.
it was pre-COVID.
That was like the first official party at the new house, and like we had people upstairs, downstairs, outside. Like we had all kinds of stuff going on that day. So that was cool. So yeah, I do. Yeah, I would agree. Like our Christmas parties have been lit. That's for sure.
But that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite memories. I mean, I have other ones as well, but I know that that's something that the kids look forward to, and so they usually ask like a month in advance, "What day is it? Is there, I guess, a theme?" And the theme is Christmas, but they're asking basically like, "Are we doing ugly sweaters or not?"
Mm-hmm.
And so like we used to do that, the whole sweater thing. I still have my sweaters from several years ago, but I don't, I guess, make y'all wear ugly sweaters. I'm not gonna force y'all to do that anymore.
Oh my gosh.
But I've enjoyed going down memory lane.
Right, and taking a trip down memory
lane. I don't know. It's a it's a real song.
No, I do know it's a real song, and
it?
so I don't
I
know.
don't know either.
Man,
Back down memory lane.
that's probably not the time. This is not the time to be asking trivia questions right now. Being as though we only have a few minutes until we wrap this bad boy up. It's time to get into the game show that's sweeping the nation. What's it called again?
Oh my gosh, it's called Wordplay. So it's the last one of 2022. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What are we going to do? So, in the spirit of Christmas, let's have M and C. So, which one do you want to have? M or C?
C.
Okay, well then I'll go first for M for Mary. Well, C comes. Christmas is after Mary when you say the phrase.
You're right. But ladies first anyway, so you can go first. Let's see, getting out my handy dandy dictionary here. And I don't know that it's necessarily dandy or handy for that matter. Okay.
You have to turn the page just to get some more options.
Basically, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. Alright.
You're laughing because it's probably a hard word I never heard of before.
No, this is an easy one. This is too easy.
Well, good, because you've been getting easy words these last few episodes.
Okay, well.
What's the word?
Your word is massage.
Okay, great. So massage, what does that mean? When you rub someone's body part to help relieve stress and pressure. Why is that so funny?
The way you're trying to say it in the politically correct way, that's what makes it funny.
I was trying to say it in a
Where's you rated? We're saying it in a Disney way, right? Yes. We're saying it in a Disney. We made it appropriate.
Yes.
Massage.
So my sentence.
Ooh, use it in a sentence.
I love to have my back and other parts of my body get a massage.
Get a massage. I know you
because the word was not massage.
Oh, I know. I was gonna see how you was going to bring that back.
I had to use some bad grammar to get it back to the actual word of massage.
I can hear him saying it now. I can hear him cringing.
Oh, my brother.
The grammar police.
Yes, he's
That's
the grammar police.
The grammar police.
Okay, so your letter we know is C for Christmas.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Okay. I don't fall off the chair. Stop looking. Let me rub my magic ball.
You know, so you're gonna massage it.
You're gonna massage that page and get you a good word that you've heard it before.
You're gonna massage your magic ball.
Your word is chrysanthemum.
Bruh. Chrysanthemum?
Yes, and you know
it's a flower.
Right,
Chrysanthemum
exactly.
is a flower. I don't know the type of flower. If I was going to use it in a sentence, I would say there is no possible way you can expect me to spell chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. I can't even pronounce it. That was my sentence.
Okay.
There's no way you can expect me to spell chrysanthemum
because I can't even
can't even pronounce it. But I do know what a chrysanthemum is. It's a pretty flower.
Well, let's call this one a tie because you and I both knew what the words meant.
It's a very pretty flower. It's got Y's in there for some reason, CH situations in the spelling. Bruh, like I can't even say that joke. Chrysanthemum, I can't even say it.
You're like Chris Smack something. Yeah,
I can't even
say
chrysanthemum.
Thank you for joining us on our bonus episode of the Linguistic Show. We have enjoyed all that 2022 had to offer for our podcast growth, our individual and our couple growth. The kids as well. I mean, they're a part of us too because they're important.
Oh man. I thought you was about to say that phrase the pays.
No, that's what you say. I don't think that way about
Sometimes
them.
you say that. Sometimes you think that.
I only said that one time just because I was being extra. And that was, I think, last week or maybe earlier this week.
True story.
Yeah, but thanks again for joining us for another episode of the Linguistic Show. Cheers. We'll be back after the new year with new episodes. So in the meantime, while you're on Christmas break or if you're still working, you can get your earbuds or your headphones in.
Right.
Plug that joint in and catch up on some old episodes of the Linguistic Show. Tell a friend.
Did I talk about how you could just listen to that joint in your car?
Yeah.
Oh man, when you're on the way to your little holiday party or what have you, you know, and you got an Apple CarPlay or Android Auto or something, you might have Spotify in your car. Oh yeah, you could just hit the little button. Hey, play the Linguistic Show. Boom! Linguistic Show pop up. It's simple. These smart cars and smart devices. Oh, you know, lots of different ways to play. Play it in your car. Play it, you know, on your phone, or you have your little smart speaker. Tell your girl Alexa. Tell Siri. Tell like all these other little smart devices, play the Linguistic Show. And on Spotify or
on Stitcher or on Anchor or the website, which is linguisticshow.com.
Right.
So on that note, everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. If you're not religious at all, have a good time during these next few days.
Turn up. If you can't be good, be careful.
Happy New Year, and we'll get back to y'all with new episodes in January. Bye.
If you enjoyed this, like, comment,
subscribe, and share to the Linguistic Show.
This has been an Ashangali Enterprises production.
Co-produced by Naomi. Music by Brassville.